Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is an update of the Christmas tree hat video that I did a couple years ago. The one I'm making in this video fits the majority of adults. If you want a bigger size, the easiest way is to use a larger size hook. Or you can download the writing pattern on my Etsy for all the sizes starting from newborn. Link is in the description box. For this project, you'll need leftover yarns for decoration, brown yarn, and green yarn. Both of these are acrylic yarn number 4 medium. A 5mm hook, a pair of scissors, yarn needle, stitch markers, and it would be a good idea to have a measuring tape. This is my crochet ring. It is to help ease the pain on my finger when I crochet so that the yarn is not pulling my finger. And I highly recommend it if you crochet a lot. The link is in the description box. Alright, let's get started. To begin the pattern, we are going to start with brown yarn, make a slip knot, insert the hook, and make a chain of 84. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After 84 chains, my chain is at 21 inches long. To begin round 1, we are going to form a ring, so go to the end of the chain. Make sure your chain is not twisted. On the first chain, turn to the back and place a slip stitch into the back of the chain. And this is a personal preference that I'm using the back of the chain. 2 chains. 1, 2, and this does not count as a stitch. In the seam stitch, place a double crochet, yarn over, insert, and I always like to carry the tail with me. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Double crochet into the next chain, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Double crochet into every chain. So go ahead and place a double crochet into every chain. By the end of the round, we have 84 stitches. After the first round, my hat measures at 10 inches. And please test it out to make sure it fits around the head before moving on. To begin round 2, slip stitch into the first stitch. That's this one. This is the 2 chains that we do nothing with. Slip stitch into the first stitch, and I like to place 1 chain here. On the first post, this one. This is the 2 chain that we do nothing with, and on the first post, place a front post double crochet. Yarn over, insert around the post like this, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. On the next stitch, back post double crochet, yarn over, insert around the post like this, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Front post double crochet, then back post double crochet. Front post double crochet, then back post, double crochet, and repeat this all the way around. By the end of the round, we still have 84 stitches, and I'll meet you on the next round. At the end of round 2, we did the front post double crochet, and the last stitch is a back post double crochet. This is the 2 chain stitch that we do nothing with. To begin round 3, slip stitch into the first stitch, 1 chain. On the first stitch, this one, front post double crochet. Back post double crochet. Front post double crochet, and back post double crochet. From here, we're repeating this round for 5 more times. By the end of each round, we still have the same number of stitches of 84, and I'll meet you at the end of round 8. At the end of round 8, slip stitch into the first stitch, 1 chain, and cut yarn. And just over 2 inches tall. Round 9 is a color changing round. Make a slip knot and insert green yarn into any stitch. I'm going to insert into the first stitch. Pull through, one chain to begin. There are 2 parts for this round. Part 1, we're going to insert into the front loops. Front loop is the loop that's closer to us. This one, and the back loop is this one that's far away from us. So round 9, part 1, place 3 half double crochet into the front loop. And remember not to skip the first stitch. That's 1. 2. 3. I'm going to place a marker into the back loop of the first stitch of the last round. And continue the pattern, 3 half double crochet into the front loop. One, 2, 3. 3 half double crochet into the front loop. Three half double crochet into the front loop of every stitch. And repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of part 1. At the end of part 1, I also placed a stitch marker into the back loop of the last stitch of the previous round, which is round 8. This way, the stitch counts will always be correct. And to begin part 2, slip stitch into the back loop of round 8, which is where the stitch marker is. Two chains, and this does not count as a stitch. And place the double crochet into the same stitch, the back loop. And place a marker on this stitch. Then double crochet into the back loop of every stitch all around. By the end of the round, we still have 84 stitches as round 8, and I'll meet you on round 10. To begin round 10, slip stitch into the first stitch, which is the one with the marker. Insert into both loops. 2 chains, 1, 2, and place a double crochet into the same stitch. Place a marker. I always place a marker on the first stitch and the last stitch of the round. Then double crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. Total 10 double crochet, including the first stitch. After 10 stitches, decrease. So double crochet 2 together. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 3 loops. That's a decrease. Then double crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches. After 10 double crochet, decrease. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 3 loops. From here, repeat this all the way around. By the end of the round, there will be 77 stitches, and I meet you on round 11. Round 11 is a repeat of round 9, so there are 2 parts on this round. Slip stitch into the first stitch, slip stitch into 2 loops, 1 chain, and place 3 half double crochet into the front loop of every stitch, and don't miss the first stitch. And this is part 1. Part 2 of round 11 is an easy round. Slip stitch into the back loop of the previous round. Two chains. Place a double crochet into the back loop of every stitch all around. Double crochet into the back loop of every stitch all the way around. By the end of the round, we still have 77 stitches as round 10, and I'll meet you on round 12. To begin round 12, slip stitch into the first stitch. 2 chains. 1, 2. This is another decrease round. On this round, double crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. After 9 double crochet stitches, decrease. So double crochet these 2 stitches together. Double crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. Then decrease. And repeat this all the way around. By the end of the round, there will be 70 stitches, and I meet you on round 13. Round 13 is the repeat of round 9, so make sure to complete part 1 and part 2. At the end of part 2, we still have 70 stitches as round 12, and I meet you on round 14. Round 14 is another decrease round. Slip stitch into the first stitch. 2 chains. 1, 2, double crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. After 8 double crochet, then decrease. And repeat. Double crochet into 8 stitches, then decrease. By the end of the round, there will be 63 stitches. I will not go on to show you the rest of the pattern because this is very straightforward, but you can check the numbers on the screen. And we are decreasing by 7 stitches on every other round. After you complete the decrease round, then complete part 1 and part 2 on round 9. I'll meet you on round 30. I just completed round 29 with part 1 and part 2, and I have 14 stitches. To begin round 30, slip stitch into the first stitch, 2 chains, then make a decrease. And decrease. So this round, we are only making decrease stitches. By the end of the round, there will be 7 stitches. Round 31 is a repeat of round 9, part 1. Slip stitch into the first stitch, 1 chain. Place 3 half double crochet into the front loop of every stitch all around. At the end of part 1 on round 31, slip stitch into the first stitch, or slip stitch into any stitch, 1 chain, cut yarn. Basically, the hat is complete. To make the start, make a measure circle. Wrap the yarn around the finger twice. Insert the hook under the first loop, pull through, and twist. Yarn over, pull through the working yarn. From here, 1 chain. In the measure circle, place 14 half double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. After 14 half double crochet, pull the tail to close the circle. Slip stitch into the first stitch to join the round. Then slip stitch into the next stitch. 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work along the chain. On the second chain from hook, 1, 2, this one, place a single crochet. On the next chain, half double crochet. And on the last chain, double crochet. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch. And slip stitch into the next stitch. 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the second chain, single crochet. On the next chain, half double crochet. The last chain, double crochet. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch. And slip stitch into the next stitch. 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat this until it forms the star. After the star is formed, skip 1 stitch, slip stitch into the first stitch, 1 chain. Cut yarn and make sure to leave a long tail. Repeat and make 1 more star. And we are going to stitch them back to back all around, so the star will be nice and firm on the top of the hat. The lights are similar to the star, made with a magic circle. I place 5 single crochet into the magic circle, then fasten off, and you can make as many as you like. And you also need to make a chain that's long enough to go around the hat for as many times as you like. I first tie one end of the chain to the hat, then tie the light to the hat and to the chain at the same time. Once it's all done, fasten off all the tail. I hope you're having fun making this hat, and thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!